Group B of the 2014 FIFA World Cup consisted of Spain, the Netherlands, Chile, and Australia. This group contained the finalists of the previous World Cup in 2010, Spain and the Netherlands. Play began on June 13 and ended on June 23, 2014. The Netherlands and Chile progressed to the knockout stage, while Australia and Spain were eliminated after suffering 2 defeats in their opening 2 matches. Teams, notes. Standings: Netherlands advanced to play Mexico in the round of 16. Chile advanced to play Brazil in the round of 16. Matches: Spain vs Netherlands. The 2 teams had met in 10 previous matches, including in the 2010 FIFA World Cup final, won by Spain 1-0 after extra time. This was the first time in the FIFA World Cup that the previous finalists met in the group stage. Halfway into the first half, the referee judged that Diego Costa caught a trailing leg from Stefan de Vrijd's attempted tackle. Xabi Alonso scored the penalty kick for Spain, putting them into the lead. They were unable to keep the lead until half-time though, with Robin van Persie scoring a 15-yard header after a long ball from Daley Blind. In the second half, Blind assisted another goal for Netherlands, this time setting up Arjen Robben. 12 minutes later, Netherlands scored again, as de Vrij headed the ball in from a tight angle from a Wesley Sneijder free kick. Spanish goalkeeper Iker Casillas protested that he had been fouled by Van Persie, but the goal was allowed to stand and Casillas received a yellow card for his protest. Not long after this, a back pass from Sergio Ramos was miscontrolled by Casillas, resulting in Van Persie scoring his second goal of the game. The 5th goal for Netherlands was a solo effort from Robben. Having received the ball near the halfway line from a Ron Vlaar clearance, he beat several defenders and Casillas, before slotting the ball into the net. The 1-5 scoreline was the biggest loss margin for a defending champion in the FIFA World Cup, and also Spain's biggest loss in the World Cup since 1950. With their goals, Van Persie and Robben became the first Dutch players to score in 3 World Cups. Casillas and Xavi joined Andoni Zubizarreta as the only Spanish players to appear in 4 World Cups. Chile vs Australia: the 2 teams had met in 4 previous matches, including in the 1974 FIFA World Cup group stage, a 0-0 draw. Chile took a 2-0 lead within the first 15 minutes. First, Alexis Sanchez controlled an Eduardo Vargas header in the penalty area to slot home. 2 minutes later, Jorge Valdivia's shot from a Sanchez pass doubled the lead. Australia pulled one back through a Tim Cahill header from a cross by Ivan Franjic before half-time. Australia could not find the equaliser in the second half, and in stoppage time, Chilean substitute Jean Bosger converted the rebound after Mauricio Planilla's shot was saved by Matthew Ryan. With their respective goals, Cahill became the first Australian player to score in 3 World Cups, while Bosger became the first Chilean player to score in 2 World Cups. Australia vs Netherlands: the 2 teams had met in 3 previous matches, all in friendlies, most recently in 2009. The Netherlands took the lead after Arjen Robben collected a Daley Blind-headed pass at the halfway line, burst into the penalty area and scored. Soon after the restart, Australia equalised through Tim Cahill's volley from Ryan McGowan's cross. Australia took the lead in the second half with Mile Jedinak's penalty, awarded for a handball by Daryl Janmaat, but Robin van Persie equalised after he received substitute Memphis Depay's pass and scored. 10 minutes later, Memphis Depay received a pass from Jonathan de Guzman and his long-range effort beat Australia goalkeeper Matthew Ryan. With his goal, Depay became the youngest Dutch scorer in the World Cup. Spain vs Chile: the 2 teams had met in 10 previous matches, including twice in the FIFA World Cup group stage, both won by Spain. Chile opened the scoring when Charles Arangui squared a pass to Eduardo Vargas to score home in the penalty area. Near the end of the first half, Alexis Sanchez's free kick was parried by Spanish goalkeeper Iker Casillas to Arangui's, who put in the rebound. Spain, which needed at least a point to stay alive in the competition, had its best chance in the second half, which fell to Sergio Busquets, but he missed from close range. Spain's loss confirmed the qualification of both Chile and the Netherlands into the knockout stage, and eliminated both Spain and Australia. Spain became the fifth defending champions to be knocked out in the group stage, and the first since 1950 to be eliminated after only 2 games. Australia vs Spain, the two teams had never met before. Australia forward Tim Cahill was suspended for the match due to accumulation of yellow cards. In a match between two already eliminated teams, Spain went in front in the 36th minute after André Iniesta threaded a pass down the right to overlapping fullback João Fran, who then across the ball low to David Villa to finish with a back flick of his right foot low to the net. In the second half, Fernando Torres scored Spain's second with a low finish from the left of the penalty area after a pass from Iniesta, before substitute Juan Mata, receiving a pass from Cesc Fabregas, scored from the right of the penalty area with a low shot between the goalkeeper's legs. Villa's goal was his 9th career World Cup goal. Already Spain's record World Cup goal scorer, he also joined Fernando Hierro, Roel and Julio Salinas as Spanish players who had scored in 3 World Cups. Netherlands vs Chile, the two teams had met in one previous match, at the 1928 Summer Olympics. Netherlands forward Robin van Persie was suspended for the match due to accumulation of yellow cards. With both teams already assured of qualifying for the knockout stage after their first 2 matches, this match would decide which team would win the group. The Netherlands needed only a draw while Chile needed a win. The Netherlands went in front in the 77th minute with a header from 6 yards by substitute Leroy Fer after a Daryl Janmaat cross from the right. Another substitute Memphis Depay got the second in injury time, when he scored from close range after Arjen Robben had made a run down the left before crossing from the byline. With this win the Netherlands won Group B with a perfect record of 3 wins out of 3, while Chile finished as group runners-up. References. External links, 2014 FIFA World Cup Group B, FIFA.com.